Hello and welcome to another 4th level fighter unboxing. Today I've got, for Traveler, 2nd edition from Mongoose, I've got the 5th Frontier War opening moves. This book just arrived a couple days ago. This is my first viewing of it. It's retails for $49.99. If you purchase it from Mongoose, you do get the PDF for free. This is a great product if you're interested in the 5th Frontier War, which is kind of their direction going forward right now as far as adventures and supplements and source books. Let's take a look at the book and see what we get inside. We get a detailed map. Again, I've expressed that this is not my favorite kind of map. I don't mind people doing things that are new and different, but this is not my favorite. But because of the nature of the game, this has a lot of information on it that you need rather than needing information about the specific systems. So in that case, this is okay. This is actually useful in this regard. The 5th Frontier War is by M.J. Dougherty, as most of the products currently are. This is also, this covers it's got a couple of adventures that you can do in here and goes over sort of what the point of the book is. So it says opening moves is set during the early days of the 5th Frontier War. It can be played by any group of travelers of any allegiance, although some groups may have to conceal their real identity. The assumption when writing this adventure was that travelers would be just an ordinary band of spacefaring adventurers or people posing as them. It talks about kind of where and when a lot of this should happen, kind of what brought all of this about, and then we go over some different regions. The Five Sisters region. And here you get the maps that have the UWPs and the information that people will want if you are refereeing a game of Traveler. District 268, which is, man, if you've not played in District 268 or you even playing Traveler, most people end up going to Walston, running high and dry at some point just because it's such a great adventure to kick off a campaign. And District 268, everything is relatively within jump one. You can go pretty much across the whole subsector here. Let's go looking forward. We've got some key for the war fleet for the Jordani. We've got again more of the specific battle maps that show where elements are amassing, where things are happening. There's some raiding forces, imperial forces, and then you've got some spinward marches. You've got maps of different locations there, locales in the spinward marches, which is where District 268 sits. This covers the background for the adventure. It's got some high port information, and then here is the beginning of the adventure, the moment everything changed. I don't want to spoil anything on here in case someone's going to play this, but we'll just kind of flip through. I may skip a few pages here and there so we don't reveal too much information. Saying that, I'm sure I'll show something that is vital to the map or to the adventure. So, blink twice if you're not wanting to see this, and hopefully you'll miss it. So, as we flip through, there's some great maps, overhead maps. If you use like a VTT. You could use this map easily on the VTT. For me, Traveler's always been theater of the mind. I've never used maps on a grid, but I know people do, and I know that they use miniatures as well. But for me, this works just great. You get through the adventure. There's an escape, which sounds fantastic. Just look at this evocative artwork. You've got gun battles going on. This looks like something I would definitely want to play. When we get to the docks, you got to fight your way out at some point. And then you get into District 268 from there. If you've not been to Bowman and the asteroid belts, that's just a phenomenal place to go. Asteltine, this is where High and Dry starts. If you play High and Dry, if you can't guess yet, I highly recommend High and Dry. Nurton, which is, I believe, is a red zone. Yeah, Nurton is a red zone. So maybe you don't go there, but there's it talks about these worlds that you can visit and will likely either need to refuel or do something in those different worlds. We get to this big cruiser. That is a huge cruiser. Again, this is my first flip through of this. Got some good stats here, and then there's a big battle. We won't go much into the battle. I want to skip some of that for people that don't want to see it. That is a sweet schematic. An intelligence pod. I love it. We've got then we got like your NPC personalities and your central supply. So you've got some new weapons here. Anarchy gun, Anarchy, a small caliber smoothbore semi-automatic pistol. That's awesome. And then we've got the High Guard. Here's some ships in here. Small freighters. So I take, let me put a little light on this. I take issue with some of these maps. That's a lot of blank space. Like, did we really need a 2-page spread to show the cargo hold being this massive? This could have been shrunk down to 1 page easily because there's just so much empty space. You know, do I need to know where the fuel is stored? Sure, so I get a perspective. But to me, that's a little lazy. That's like when I was in, you know, junior high doing an essay or something, and I did double spacing, and maybe I did 2.5 spacing, or, you know, squeezed in the margins a little bit, you know, just trying to fill up the page count. So anyway, I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but that I don't like that. See, that's better. You know, here's a smaller one. Granted, this doesn't have all the storage and fuel, but it can be significantly smaller, and I still get the feel. I don't need the scale. Oh, look at this. So this is perfect. So these are huge ships, and it fits smaller on a map. Give me more of that, please. And then we get this. That is awesome there. Just the details on here are phenomenal. Let's kind of skip ahead. And then we've got some data that your ship's library may have on it, so that if, you know, the players are investigating any of these things, this is what they will find. And a nice brief index. Very cool. So this is the 5th Frontier War opening moves by Mongoose for the Traveler game. This looks really cool. I think if I run a 5th Frontier War, this is exactly where I would start. You know, it seems like this is the perfect place. So highly recommended for anyone interested in the 5th Frontier War. For anyone interested in Traveler as well, this seems like a no-brainer. It seems like you could mine so much information out of here for future adventures, no problem. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.